Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Here is this look I did a couple of days ago using the MAC Dusky Rose x 9 palette. Please keep watching, please subscribe, and give it a like. Here I began already with using a face primer and concealer on my eyes and tape. For my transition shade, I'm using the color Sora from the Makeup Geek Cosmetics and MANNYMUA palette. Here I'm just blending out and buffing out the color using windshield wiper motions. And here is the Dusky Rose x 9 from MAC. Here I'm using Cool Compliment. I like all their little names on there. But here I'm using a little bit at a time, windshield wiper motions, and you see how slowly but surely I'm building up the color, and I'm also using little circular motions. Next color I'm going to be using is Dance in the Dark from MAC. Here I used it little by little because I was just still testing out the color. And always do that, guys. Like, if you see, especially with dark colors, you don't want to look like somebody punched in the eye. And I always use tape for like a nice cleaner look. I mean, that's my preference. You can use whatever you like. You can freehand it as well. Next color I'm going to be using is Pleasing to the Eye. It's a little bit of a shimmer shadow, and the brush I used here was the BH Cosmetics 138 with a half fiber, half real brush. And here I was just like blending it in, and you can see a little bit of the shimmer, but I wasn't very satisfied with it. So what I did was I used the L'Oreal the setting spray. I sprayed it a little bit, and you see how much darker, much more pigmented it got. And you see the actual shimmer, so that's why I did that. And then I went back in with a fluffy brush and just buffed it out a little bit and blended it a little bit out. Next, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Gel Liner in Black is Black. I'm not really using a specific brush here. I'm just using the brush that came with the little gel pot. This is by far one of my favorite liners that I've used. I've attempted to use a felt tip, but it just wasn't for me. But hey, everybody has their own preference. And what I like about this eyeliner is that it's gel, so you can control it much better. And here I'm just evening it out. Next, I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Skin and Revlon Skin Lights. And I just wanted more of a dewy look. And here I just use whatever brush I can get my hands on. I should have used the beauty blender, but if you guys know any other tricks to use that brush, please let me know. I'm willing to learn, and I like criticism as well. Constructive criticism, of course. But here I'm just trying to blend in, and it's just, I like to pat it in there. But then you see I'm just rubbing it, and my mirror's in the way. Yeah, it was a little bit difficult for me using that. I eventually blended within my neck. I did that off camera. And here I'm using the Ardell Lashes Double Demi Wispies. I like the way that these look. I think these look great with any eye shape, especially when they're doubled. I think that they give it this nice flare, if you guys want. But I think this pair of lashes complement almost every eye shape possible. See how much fuller that looks? And then I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Taupe. And I use that light color little by little because I have black hair, as you can see, and my eyebrows are sparse. So what I do is just I blend it in little by little. And also I don't want it too dark either, because I mean I am filling in my whole brow. I just don't want it to look like really done. I mean, I'm drawing them on, but I do not want to look like I drew them on, if that makes sense. And here I'm just detailing it, filling it in. And here I just grabbed any concealer and just like kind of defined them a little bit more. And that's how they look like. Also, I'm going to be going back in with the little palette using Magnificent Me. I like their little names. And here I'm using the opposite side of the BH Cosmetics 138. I'm going in with the bronzer palette from e.l.f. Using the bottom two. They do not have names. And here I'm just using it as a contour, and I'm just using the BH Cosmetics 134. I really like that brush. I recommend it. And here I'm just using the lightest color to contour the nose. It's not that pigmented, so you're gonna have to work with it. And here I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I think in the color Light. I'll list the products below. And then yeah, I just do that. Makes your face look really pretty. And especially that, I love doing that since I have big cheeks. And I like to kind of sculpt out my face. It's just, I feel like my face is too round. So I like to give it some angles. And always use a damp beauty blender. I really recommend that. But don't use it too wet, because it will like smear everywhere. But you see how I kind of carved that out? That's what you want. Well, that's what I like. So at the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever you choose. And just keep blending. Keep buffing that out. Take your time. Make sure you beat that face, you guys. And here you just want to squeeze the beauty blender a little bit, because you want to, I want to make my nose look thinner. And just squeeze, especially to blend the little areas so you won't mess up anything. Just like squeeze it. And just lightly dab, lightly beat. Here I'm using the Estee Lauder Blackened Black Eyeliner. I've had that liner for such a while now. Here I'm going back in with Dance in the Dark for my lower lash line. You want to smoke that out a little bit. My eyes got a little watery there. Here I'm using the Maybelline Eyestudio Copper Chic. And that really pretty color there. It doesn't have a name. And here I sprayed a little bit of the primer to give it that intensified look or color. I like spraying the primers with shimmers. Here I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit in Gleam. I'm using the bottom two colors, Starburst and Crushed Pearl. Look how beautiful that highlight is. Like, the formula is so pretty. I like putting it on my nose, and especially on the Cupid's bow. I think it gives it such a beautiful look. Next, I'm going in with the Estee Lauder Deluxe Compact. I have no idea if they sell these anymore. Just a little blush won't hurt. And here I'm using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Celebrity Skin. Make sure that you shake it first. And here, just take your time doing it, since it's like it's a liquidy formula. It really is. It's beautiful though, but you have to be careful on how you use it. A little bit at a time, of course. It's very pigmented and it's beautiful. Just take your time doing it. I take my time because I have weird lips. But there it goes. So here's a final look. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.